Hello and thank you for joining us on ERi-TV. This is English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at 10:30 p.m. local time. First, the top stars. Festival of College of Engineering and Technology. Meeting on second phase of cervical cancer vaccination. Seasonal rains in Somalia triggers flash floods. China's Xi hosts Central Asia Summit. The 10th Festival of Higher Education Institutions that has been underway in all colleges continued on 17th May at the Mainafhi College of Engineering and Technology under the theme Knowledge Our Weapon, Development Our Objective. At the event in which ministers and other government and PFDG officials took part, Mrs. Mansoura Ismail, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, branch of Sawa and Higher Education Institutions, said that the 10th Festival of Higher Education and Institutions makes it special and shoulders heavy responsibility for its being conducted during the special event of the 32nd Independence Day anniversary celebrations. Mrs. Mansoura went on to say that the festival will have a significant contribution in the creating a forum in which the students exchange experience among each other, consolidate their unity, and understand the noble societal culture. She called for increased participation of all stakeholders for its sustainability. Dr. Kahsai Nugu, Dean of the college, on his part said that the festival, which incorporates academic competitions, cultural and sport activities, as well as exhibition among others, beyond gathering and competition, will have a significant contribution in consolidating and strengthening the students' national identity and the noble societal culture. Dr. Haile Mehtsoun, Executive Director of Higher Education Institutions and Research, unveiled the exhibition that has been staged by the students. A meeting focusing on the second phase of cervical cancer vaccination program that will be conducted from 29th May to 2nd of June was organized in the Central Region on 16th and 17th of May. At the meeting, report on the first phase of the program has been presented by health representatives of the 7 sub-zones, presented activity report of the first phase of the vaccination, as well as plan of the action of the second phase of the program. According to the report presented, the coverage of the first phase of the cervical cancer vaccination program was 99% at regional level. Mr. Tedros Adhanom, head of National Vaccination Program at the Ministry of Health, on his part said that the coverage of the vaccination program at the national level was 93% and called on all stakeholders to strengthen participation for the successful implementation of the second phase of the program. Mr. Tedros also said that alongside of the cervical cancer vaccination to girls from 9 to 15 years of age, diagnosis will also be conducted on women from 30 to 49 years of age. Colonel Gebrahannes Welde Georgis, Director General of Social Service in the Central Region, also called on administrators at all levels to encourage parents take their children to the vaccination center and to conduct sustainable awareness-raising activities. In continuation of its journey in the Gashbarka region, the Independence Cup toured the sub-zones of Digge, Karkabat, and Sal'a from 16 to 17 May, accompanied by Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Houri, Governor of the region, Mr. Osman Mahmoud Ali, Chairman of the Regional Assembly, Ambassador Ali Jaber, Secretary of the PFDG in the region, and Mrs. Yahdegga Yohannes, Head of the National Union of Eritrean Women, branch in the region. Upon arrival in the sub-zone, the Independence Cup was awarded a warm welcome by the residents as members of the Defense Force, featuring cultural and artistic performance as well as military parade. We are live on ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. Floods have caused almost 250,000 people to flee their homes after the Cervical River in central Somalia broke its bank and submerged the town of Beledweyne, even as the country faces its most severe drought in 4 decades. According to the government, aid agencies and scientists have warned climate change is among the key factors accelerating humanitarian emergencies, while those impacted are some of the least responsible for carbon dioxide emissions. Seasonal rain in Somalia and upstream in the Ethiopian highland triggered flash floods that washed away homes, crops, and livestock, and temporarily closed schools and hospitals in Beledweyne, the capital of Hiran region. This is according to local residents. At once, the entire city was underwater. Beledweyne itself became like an ocean, said a shopkeeper, Ahmed Noor, whose business was washed away. The drought, coupled with violence and a spike in food price caused by the war in Ukraine, killed as many as 43,000 people last year, according to United Nations figures. Since mid-March, the floods have affected more than 460,000 nationwide and killed 22, according to the UN Humanitarian Office. The Somaliland Disaster Management Agency said the flood in Beledweyne alone have caused the displacement of more than 245,000 people. China's President Xi Jinping is in the central city of Xi'an, where he is hosting his first ever summit with the leaders of the 5 Central Asian nations, underlining Beijing's growing influence in a region that Russia has long considered its own backyard. The 2-day event brings together the leaders of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, whose countries are crucial to China's $1 trillion Belt and Road initiatives. It's being held in Xi'an, the historic city that once marked the start of a fabled Silk Road. Yu Jun, Deputy Director General of the Chinese Foreign Minister's Department of Europe and Central Asian Affairs, told a press briefing on Tuesday that the leaders will exchange their views on establishing a cooperation mechanism and international and regional issues of concern. A number of agreements are expected to be signed, he said at the press briefing. While the summit coincides with the high-profile G7 summit in Japan, analysts said the significance of the China Central Asia summit was that it underlined the shifting patterns of influence in the former Soviet state, where Russia has long been influential. China's General Administration of Customs published data on Wednesday showing that China's import and export volume with Central Asian countries amounted to $24.8 billion in the first 4 months of 2023, which is an increase of 37.3% compared with the same period last year. And now we have a quick review of the top stories. Festival of College of Engineering and Technology. Meeting on second phase of cervical cancer vaccination. Seasonal rain in Somalia triggered flash floods. Chinese President hosts the Central Asian Summit. It was me, Salem Berhane, with the news for tonight. Thank you for being with us. Have a good night.